Hey everybody, it's Chase with AV Pop Culture again, and I hope you are ready because we are going to count down 10 of the wildest, the wackiest, the absolute raunchiest, and most over-the-top comedies from the 1980s that you might have missed. So pop that tape in, I got you, let's go do this.
What would you little maniacs like to do first?
All right, so wild, over-the-top comedies. You know the kind that we're talking about here, the kind that you snuck downstairs for late night, popped in when no one was looking. These were the ones from the 80s that you found in the back corner, for the most part, of your mom and pop VHS rental stores, the ones that you shared with your friends when your parents weren't around. You know what we're talking about here. These are the fun ones. These scream 80s, they scream fun vibes, and this is a blast of a list. So I'm going to start with it at number 10 with 1986's Last Resort. Now don't get this confused because there's a couple of movies with this title that aren't that far apart. But on this one, you have George, who is a family man, and he is going to take his family to what is supposed to be a relaxing, beautiful, tropical paradise, or at least that's what he is sold by an unscrupulous travel agency type company, only to get there and find a tropical island crawling with like soldiers, military guerrilla types, and an unhelpful, rude staff and inhospitable living conditions. But somehow, all of his family and everyone he comes in contact with have a good time and a lot of fun in the sun, except for George. And this has a couple of late great actors in it, including John Astin, who you know from Beverly Hills Cop movies as Taggart. This movie is a lot of fun, and the cover might give you a different idea. It definitely has a little bit of that raunchy factor in there that you'll get, but nothing like very, very over the top on this one when it comes to your TNA. So that pushes it back down on the list, but it definitely fits the late night comedy genre. So Last Resort checking in here, just cracking the list at number 10. Now at number 9 on the list is another one. You're going to get a lot of these that have like summer, beach, sand, fun in the sun vibes. That was just done very well in the 80s, and this one is no different. I'm talking about 1989's Summer Job. Now, I've done a few of these lists, and this is one that people keep talking about, and I'm like, it's coming, it's coming. I know the movie that you're talking about. Here it is, cracking its way in at number 9. This is a less than elite group of co-eds that decide to go work at this beach town resort, and ultimately they're in search of a little horizontal hijinks over the summertime. That is priority 1A, as it is with most of these movies and with most 17 to 22-year-old high school, junior, senior, college kids. That's what you're getting into here. They manage to get into all of that stuff, get into some little revenge scenarios. It is a lot of fun. They actually manage to get some of the work done that they are hired to do. It is just a fun in the sun, guys chasing girls, girls messing with guys type hijinks. That's what this is. It's not a serious film. It is fun. It is a slice of life and very, very representative of films from this time and just a general, more free, open attitude where things weren't taken so seriously. This one's a lot of fun. It deserves to be on the list. Good call by all of you out there. I've seen it coming. You've probably seen this VHS cover in your day too. If not, check out Summer Job from 1989. It comes in at number 9 on the list. Now, number 8 on the list takes a little bit of a sci-fi wacky turn, and it also is from 1989, Dr. Alien. Yes, I said that right. Dr. Alien. And a sexy substitute teacher takes over for a science teacher at a high school who was killed in a UFO encounter. A UFO encounter. That's right. And everything is going fine except for her out-of-this-world research manages to turn one of the nerdiest kids in the school into a bona fide chick magnet. Like, he is so overwhelmed with the ladies coming after him that he wants out. Like, there's literally a scene where he's trying to escape a pile of women wearing nothing or just towels who are trying to attack him, and he's trying to escape because the side effects of this out-of-this-world experimentation that's going on with him are pretty funny and pretty disturbing at the same time, and he's trying to figure out how to hide these from the girl that he actually likes. If you've seen the movie From Beyond and you have the pineal gland thing that comes out the forehead in that movie, think of that, but on top of the head. So he's got some things to hide. Dr. Alien, out of this world, ridiculous. It has Judy Landers in it, who's done a lot of other things, and she is a free spirit in this movie, shall we say. You're going to get all of your raunchy comedy goodness in this one, some laughs, and a little sci-fi thrown in there for the hell of it. Dr. Alien comes in at number 8 on this list. Number 7 on the list is one that stars a huge star at the time. This Leah Thompson, she's coming off just doing Back to the Future, all that kind of stuff. And she goes and takes this raunchy comedy called Casual Sex from 1988. So in this, Leah Thompson and her friend, these two beautiful women, young women, decide that they're kind of tired of guys and they want to find two really good guys. So they're going to take a vacation to this posh, luxurious kind of health resort. And they're pretty let down by what they find. The guys are not up to their standards, including an Andrew Dice Clay, a young Andrew Dice Clay that they find in this club. That'll tell you about the guys who are there. Hickory Dickory Dock, Andrew Dice Clay is on the clock in this one. And you actually see Leah Thompson actually does a little bit of nudity in this film, something you don't see from her very often, but it is there. But it kind of has an overall story about relationships and how that's better and what you're looking for that's more than just the casual, raunchy, horizontal encounter. And that is what this film is about. So for that, it does make it on this list. It's not a laugh-a-minute riot like some of the others, so it's down here just a little bit, but I still think it deserves to be here. Casual Sex from 1988 comes in at number 7 on this list. Now, at number 6 on this list is one that is a classic for this genre. There is a cool MVD Rewind Blu-ray release of this because it's just those old school late night VHS raunchy comedy vibes from 1982's The Last American Virgin. Now, in some ways, this one has a little bit of a mean spirit to it here and there, but it is funny. You have Gary, who's a pizza delivery boy. He drives a pizza delivery car with this big pizza delivery thing on top of it the whole time. David is his loudmouth friend, and then Rick is their would-be stud friend. And the three of these guys want to lose their virginity in any way possible. This is a recurring theme in these movies because it's very true to life in this type of situation. Hormone-driven, that's what you're going to get, and it makes for funny encounters. This is no different. But when Gary encounters Karen, a transfer student, he is just smitten from the jump. He is in love with her. He wants to be with her. The problem is she gets involved with his buddy, Rick, and that causes some problems. That kind of sets forth everything that happens in the film, his pursuit of her. You've got your TNA in here. This one definitely checks the raunchy comedy check box here. There is no doubt about that. kind of feel bad for him in a little bit of ways. So that's where I said that it feels like sometimes maybe it's got a little bit of a mean spirit towards him, but the comedy and the overall situational stuff of everything, and being able to identify with him in a lot of situations kind of pulls you into the movie a little bit more deeply than some others in this genre. So I got to have The Last American Virgin on one of these lists eventually. It checks in here at number 6. Now, at number 5 is another one. People are like, where is this movie? Where is this movie? You've got to have Secret Admirer from 1985 on the list. Now, this stars C. Thomas Howell. It stars Kelly Preston and Lori Loughlin. And a lot of people kind of confuse Kelly Preston in this movie with Kelly Preston in one of my favorite raunchy comedies, Mischief. And, you know, she takes her clothes off in both. So maybe it's easy to confuse this. But this one is kind of funny, like a comedy of errors type situation mixed up with a raunchy late night comedy. It's got some heart to this one. An anonymous love letter is left in C. Thomas Howell's, or his character, Michael Ryan. It's left in his locker. And wow, it kind of wreaks havoc with his life and everyone's lives who comes in contact with this letter as they try to figure out who wrote it. Different people think different people write it. And through the course of this, he has his sights set on, you know, the most beautiful girl in school who he hopes wrote it, who his friend says probably wrote it. And that leads him down the road to, yeah, maybe the most beautiful girl over here in a lot of people's minds. But is it the right girl for him, or is it the wrong girl and he is about to let the right girl literally fly away, sail away without, you know, letting her know how he feels, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So this one has a little bit more of a romantic number to it, in addition to all of those other things that are definitely there to make it a raunchy late night comedy. It fits the bill. Secret Admirer, really good movie. Just an overall good movie. You could maybe watch this one in mixed company. You could sell this one as not just a late night film to laugh and be embarrassed about. A lot of heart here in Secret Admirer. It comes in at number 5. Now at number 4 on the list, we literally turn the page to one that is just back asswards crazy. There's no other way to say it, with 1981's Goin All The Way. That's Goin apostrophe. Goin All The Way. They touted this one as Porky's, and I can see that, except for the fact that this film is raunchy and tells the story from both guys' perspective, high school senior guys' perspective, and high school girls' perspectives on sex and relationships and spying on one another and just typical hijinks. It's told from both sides of the tracks, if you want to kind of say it like that. The central part of the story is this guy Arnie wants to lose his virginity. His girlfriend's not having it. She's not putting out. She's not ready to do that. So his wise guy friend is going to help him do this or try to get this done, and that's going to lead to a bunch of issues. But like I said, it kind of cuts back and forth. You have the group of girls who have Arnie's girlfriend in there with them. So you see them talking about it from a girl's perspective, from a woman's perspective, and then you see the guys over here from their perspective. You even get things like a group of girls getting their hands on an adult film and watching it and their reaction to it, and see that, like, you know, women can be turned on too and all this. And then you see the guys screwing up to the point where they almost don't even care about sex anymore, because like they just had a calamity of errors, including a scene that would never be in film today, where Arnie and his friend pick up two beautiful women and go and park with them and find out that these two women have a few things that they are hiding when they start to get undressed. I'm just going to leave it at that. And their reaction to that is absolutely hilarious. Now, you can tell that it's played for jokes and it's not really the thing it's pretending to be. But the circumstance is funny. The guy's reactions to it is funny. Definitely not something that would get in a film today. But it just shows you all these different things from the women's side and the men's side. And I think it's kind of unique in that way because it really does. It doesn't go into those things as something that girls are like, ooh, gross, get away from me. And it doesn't. It kind of portrays it in a more real way. So from that standpoint, it's kind of more enjoyable. You get both sides looking at this thing. So Goin All The Way, 1981. I think you can try this one on Tubi. It is very low quality. The only way I could find any clips from it was from Tubi. It is very much like a VHS rip. This is the importance of physical media. We need a good release of this. But Goin All The Way from 1981 comes in at number 4 on this list. Now, at number 3 on the list is it's a fun one, and it is a trauma film, and I actually happen to have this one right here. It is 1983's The First Turn On. Now, I have it on this Blu-ray. They tout all kinds of things on here, that this is Vincent D'Onofrio's first film. It's a Lloyd Kaufman film. This is trauma. They have some crazy films out there. You can find them. You can find a lot of these on Tubi as well. And this one is a dirt simple idea here. Teenagers go to a summer camp. You've got summer campers. You've got beautiful camp counselors. And this one particular group of campers and one counselor get accidentally sealed into this cave, and they don't know when they're going to get out. So they're sitting there telling each other the stories of the first time that they had sex, when they lost their virginity. They're telling each other all of these stories that may or may not be true. And in the end, they're afraid they're just going to die, going out, living a lie, not telling the truth. So this whole group decides, we are not going out like that. Let's strip it off and get it done here. And maybe, just maybe, that ends up saving the day as well and getting them out of the situation. Ridiculous, funny romp. It is hilarious, a simple concept, but something that is very familiar because you get a group of people together telling BS stories, and then, something real happens. And I think that's pretty cool. The concept is over the top, but a lot of fun. The First Turn On has to be on this list. Comes in at number 3. Now, at number 2 is one of the biggest titles on this list. Everyone is going to have heard of this film. And matter of fact, it is so well thought of that the Criterion Collection recently released a 4K of 1983's Risky Business. Oh, when it comes to like 80s raunchy comedies, this is definitely one that you don't have to go into the catalog that far to find, and you don't have to look very hard for people who know this movie. They know the iconic scene of Tom Cruise sliding in his underwear, dancing in his shades. And really, this is kind of racy, though, when you think about it, because Cruise plays Joel, a college-bound kid with an affluent family who has a lot of expectations on him, and his parents go out of town, and he decides he is going to live it up for once, which includes borrowing his parents' Porsche to a calamitous end. In case you haven't seen it, I'm just going to say that. He has to get the Porsche fixed. He is out of money. He runs into a call girl, let's just say it like that, played by Rebecca De Mornay, who has a manager, we'll say it like that, who she is trying to get away from, and she ends up having a rendezvous. she has her encounter with Tom Cruise, and from there, he devises a plan. They devise a plan to run sort of like, let's say, run the girl's business out of his house to get money and have a party, do all this kind of stuff so that he can get the Porsche and get it fixed and get everything placed back before his parents come home. It is not that straightforward. It is not that simple. Rebecca De Mornay is beautiful in this. The 4K, you are going to see some skin, though not a ton compared to what you would think with something with this storyline. But it is overall, the context of it is there. It is a quintessential, well thought of late night comedy. I love Risky Business. Can't recommend this 4K enough. It had to appear on one of these lists sooner or later. It comes in here at number 2. And that just leaves number 1. And number 1 is one of my favorite movies of all time. I am talking about 1985's Weird Science. Now, this movie, a lot of you might say, this movie's not that raunchy. Well, believe it or not, in recent years, this movie has gotten labeled as problematic, as, all of these labels thrown at it, but it is just a good time. These movies like this, the whole point of these movies is they didn't care. They were real, they were over the top, they were in your face, and Weird Science is no different. It's a John Hughes classic. He wrote and directed this film. And of course, you have two little maniac 15, 16-year-olds that want to create their dream girl that they can do anything they want with. Literally, Anthony Michael Hall says, look, we can do anything with her. We can do sick, demented shit. You'll love it. Like, they have this idea of what they're going to do with the girl that, a 16-year-old virgin would want to do, but they learn that she is super cool, super intelligent, and cares for them, and they learn what it means to be real men and to not just, look at women that way and that just have a dream fantasy girl as they find two girlfriends that they're into. But there is a lot of craziness along the way. Kelly LeBrock is absolutely sexy in this film. You get some weird moments of magic where people's clothes are getting sucked off of them. It is a fun movie, quintessential 80s. You even got some mall culture in there. You got the blue lightning. You've got the sexual innuendo and raunchy undertones, overtones, all kinds of tones in this movie. And it also has a good message to it. If you're a bully, you're going to get turned into a pile of shit, just like Bill Paxton's Chet does in the film. And learn how to treat people, stand up for people that you care about, and be a good friend and have a real relationship with someone who cares about you for the right reasons. But it is a raunchy, fun package on the way to get there. Weird Science is my favorite John Hughes movie, one of my favorite 80s movies, and a definite top spot on a fun late night comedies list. Weird Science takes the top spot. Beautiful 4K by Arrow Video. And that's what I've got for you on this list. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe and ring that bell. I got a bunch of other recommendations lists like this. 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. If you're into the comedies, I've got horror lists. I've got exploitation film lists, bonkers horror lists, creature feature lists, action movies lists, all kinds of stuff. Movies that I love, movies that I grew up watching. If this is your first time here, I am a filmmaker and a fan. I've been making movies for over 20 years. That's what I love to do, and I love to talk movies with you. So if that sounds like something you're into, please like and subscribe. And if you want to help support the channel even more, you can join at my YouTube channel. Or I would point you to my Patreon link, because just like in this video, you are going to get the uncensored version of the video over there on Patreon, because I can do that over there. But no matter where you join, it is going to help the channel, and you're going to get your name and lights on every single video, behind the scenes looks at my filmmaking, special members only videos, and so much more. And y'all, I really do appreciate it. I have a blast doing these. And until next time, be kind, rewind like always. This is Chase with AV Pop Culture, and I'll see you real soon. Bye bye.
I know.